side.
11.
I don't wanna waste
Досить
what's
довго є обстріл.
left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. I don't wanna waste no shadow through the sun rays. And the storms we chase are leading us. We'll go. Love is all we'll ever trust. Through the wastelands, through the highways. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on.
Початок 8 годині відбувся далі покривали.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. More than lovers, destined to find one another. Like lightning and thunder, can't have one without the other. It was written in the stars. We can't be torn apart. We are linked together, forged in fire forever. We are linked together, together. Yeah, I know I should go dry my eyes. You're right, I'm too emotional sometimes. Don't laugh, you know I can't keep it cool. No, not like you do. Lost inside our conversations wherever I go. Yeah, I guess we all got our own ways to go. Yeah, and it's like nothing has changed. I tell you all about my days, even when there's nothing to say. I talk to you when I get caught up in the waves. I know you're not far away. It's like we're still face to face. I talk to you. Put it all to bed, but I'm still stubborn as the day we met. Can't hide my feelings, not from you. Even if I wanted to, I'm lost inside our conversations wherever I go. Yeah, I guess we all got our own ways to go. Nothing has changed. I tell you all about my days, even when there's nothing to say. I talk to you when I get caught up in the waves. I know you're not far away. It's like we're still face to face. I talk to you.
I've been dragging my feet slowly, sitting here waiting for you. Don't seem to wanna listen even when my heart knows the truth. It doesn't matter who's to blame, to blame, to blame. The good we had has slipped away, away. Don't wanna say it out loud, 'cause then it feels real. Don't wanna carry around this thought that could kill.
do? Break the seal, inside to heal. Don't wanna say it out loud, 'cause then it feels real. You're easy to talk to, was it so hard to break the seal, start to heal? Don't wanna say it out loud, 'cause then it feels real. Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only a day. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. If for a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this.
Секундочку. Музло закінчилося.
Each episode will reveal one of the movies,
Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed it.
That was good. I liked it.
talk about why it belongs, and finally find out where it ranks.
Are you not entertained?
Are any of the movies we've shown here even on the list? I have no idea, and it drives me crazy. Join us as we find out on the Cinefix Top 100, Mondays, starting July 3rd.
Why so serious?
Want the ultimate IGN experience? Check out IGN Plus. Members get exclusive deals and giveaways, ad-free browsing, unlimited tracking on IGN Maps, discounts at the IGN store and with IGN partners, and best of all, free games. Get 30 days of IGN Plus for just $1. Head to plus.ign.com.
This is IGN Summer of Gaming, and today, Microsoft takes the stage with an all-new Summer Games Showcase. We know we'll see Starfield, and a Forza Motorsport test drive seems likely, but what else? Will we get updates on the latest installments of Fable, The Outer Worlds, and Hellblade? Will mysterious new projects like Avowed and Everwild be properly unveiled? Well, we don't have to wait long to see what's in store, because Xbox Summer Games Showcase pre-show kicks off right now. All part of IGN Summer of Gaming.
Hello and welcome back to IGN Summer of Gaming. I'm Ryan McCaffrey, host of IGN's Xbox Show podcast Unlocked. Joining me today to break down what we expect and hope to see from Microsoft at the showcase, please welcome Stella Chung, Destin Legary, and Kat Bailey. Hey everybody.
Hello. Hey.
Good to see all of you. Before we get started, just a reminder that IGN Summer of Gaming is going on all through June, and we have tons of coverage lined up, Xbox and otherwise. But if it's Xbox-focused content that you're after, you can catch new episodes of Unlocked with us every Wednesday on IGN, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast. All right, now let's get into it. First, I want to start with what we know is going to be at this showcase, because it's actually a short list of confirmed things that we absolutely know are going to be there. Destin, would you like to start with the obvious one?
Starfield.
Yes, that's getting its own direct. So that's going to be immediately following the showcase. There's no intermission, there's no break. So just keep watching here on IGN, and we're gonna just throw right to that. We'll keep going, and then we'll come back and talk all about what we saw. And we're going to talk a lot more Starfield. Kat, anything else that is like confirmed? You're a news director. It is your job to have your finger on the pulse of everything. Has anything else been absolutely confirmed for today?
Well, we know that we're not going to be seeing Stalker 2, which, of course, there's a lot happening in Ukraine at the moment. But so no Stalker 2, that one's out. But we will be seeing Forza Motorsport. So, and that's going to be technically a technical showcase, a graphical showcase. So it's a great opportunity to show what the Xbox Series X can do.
So Stella, if we're going to see Forza, which I've been very looking forward to this. It's been a while since Forza Motorsport 7. You know, they've taken their time to rebuild the game from the ground up for next gen. We've got to be getting a release date for it, right?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I think Destin has been pretty much hounding that point that we're going to be getting a release date, which is why I'm surprised you didn't bring up Forza. But I know Starfield's the big one. Everyone's excited for that. Totally understand.
If you had said Forza first as opposed to Starfield, I would have been a little surprised. So.
Well, it's the one on all the brandings. So.
Yeah, there's just it's literally right there on the screen right now.
They are taking
the countdown with 22 minutes to go and the Starfield Direct logo. Well, let's talk a little bit about Xbox's year so far. Actually, not just 2023, but I want to go back to the showcase last year, and I think the good, valid reason to do that is because, as we all remember, at that showcase 1 year ago, they said everything you're about to see will be out in the next year by the
Forza?
time the next
Forza?
showcase. So as things go in game development, that didn't quite pan out. But let's talk about the year that's been, and it's been a tough one, Kat, for Xbox. Not nearly as many, and Microsoft has even, Phil Spencer's acknowledged this. It's not been the best year for Xbox, but they did have some pleasant surprises. One in particular back in January, a little game from Tango Gameworks. Is that your worst nightmare as the news person when a major console exclusive release gets shadow dropped?
Oh no, not for me. It's fine. It's for the review folks are the ones who have to deal with that problem. I really enjoyed Hi-Fi Rush. It's actually one of my favorite games of the year. It really brought me back to the GameCube era, and it was an interesting model for Game Pass because they shadow dropped it. You saw it on the stream, you thought, oh, that looks really good. I really want to play that. And the next thing you know, it's on Game Pass. And I'm like, I'm going to try that out now. And it felt like it got a really nice burst of pleasant optimism and everything, which was a nice little win for Xbox.
Yeah, Stella, I know we talked a lot on Unlocked about how much I think we did a couple of shows literally called We Adore This Video Game.
Yeah.
Like, it just had, it kind of did everything right, didn't it? It was a good action game, it had beautiful art style, and even it had a personality too, right?
Yeah, we talked about the background, how everything was moving to the beat, and everything. We're just like, it's been a minute since we've seen that much heart in like a little game that came out like Shadow Dropped, right? Especially you're just like, whoa, there's so many details to this. Like, and it was really cool to see the community kind of come together and tweet out all the little things that they saw, and it was really cool.
Destin, the rest of their year from June 2022 to June 2023, there just hasn't been much. With one unfortunate, notable exception, their most recent thing. We don't need to relitigate this too much, but they're they could use some good momentum right now because their last major first-party release was not great.
Yeah, so Redfall came out. A lot of people encountered a ton of problems with that game, myself included, and we've kind of talked about that one a ton. But that was at the same time that the whole acquisition of Activision was blocked. Right. And then Phil Spencer went on the Kind of Funny XCast show, and he was like looking pretty down.
Downtrodden, yeah.
Yeah. So that was a rough week, and I was really excited about Redfall. So to see it to launch in that state, it was disappointing for a lot of fans. And hopefully, my hope for this showcase is that they're able to start to hit a cadence with their releases that's regular, and we don't have these big gaps.
Yeah, and I think they're set up for that. And I know a lot of Xbox fans are tired of hearing, well, wait till the next thing, wait till next year. But if we take a look at what they've got coming up, Starfield's the next big thing. This is Todd Howard and the Bethesda Game Studios team who is, quite frankly, never missed. They've, they don't ship games often, but when they do, they've been phenomenal. Hellblade 2 is a game that seems to be soon-ish. Whether that's this year or not, we'll talk more about. Both in the pre-show here and in the post-show. They've got, of course, Forza Motorsport. They've also never missed and not even come close to missing. That is a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 game every single time.
Persona.
And then, yeah. Things that have already leaked. I'll take things that have already leaked for 200, Alex. Some Persona stuff. And then it's, so they're set up for some success here moving forward. And kind of on that note, that's the next thing I want to ask all of you is what does Xbox need to do today on this showcase to have a great show today? Kat, I'll start with you.
I think you need to get a lot of hype around Starfield because Starfield, generally people are like, oh, okay, they came out of it, but there was some mixed reactions to it, so I think establishing Starfield as the next big thing that people are really legitimately excited about, 45 minutes or however long it's going to be, that's a long time, so hopefully people don't actually fall asleep. And then I would like to be surprised. I think that we know a lot of what's going to be coming in the show, but it would be really good to be able to come out and be like, wow, that trailer or that reveal was really, really good. I have something to really look forward to from Xbox now.
Stella, how about you? What does Xbox need to do to have a good show today?
Well, yeah, a lot is riding on Starfield, right? We talked about that a lot. For me, in Starfield specifically, it's going to be the different quest lines that you can do with people, the different dialogue options that you can have with people. That's going to be the biggest thing for me, because we haven't seen a lot of stuff narrative-wise, right? So that's something for Starfield for me, but also lots of gameplay that can clearly dictate what a game is, because I am very tired of getting misled by what a trailer looks like, right? So a lot of in-depth detail on gameplay, maybe a little developer breakdown, because I do love those. So, yeah.
Of course, Aaron Greenberg, the longtime head of marketing at Microsoft, has already said for first-party stuff in the showcase today, there's no CG. So they're going to show actual game stuff.
Yeah.
Destin, do we need much needed? Do we need some updates on some of these games they've already announced? What do we need for a good show today?
I mean, it would be great to hear what's going on with State of Decay 3, but for them to have a great show, show me Avowed. And you're going to have a great show, because I'm going to lose it if they show that game. Seriously, though, new stuff, gameplay of new stuff that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
I think that's going to go a long way with the community. The overall response to the PlayStation Showcase and Jeff Keighley's thing has been a sort of mixed, right? So if Xbox comes out, they show a bunch of gameplay, and they show some new stuff we haven't seen before, I think they're really going to knock people's socks off.
All right. The Xbox Showcase is coming up, and we want to hear what you think of it all. Tweet at us during the show using the hashtag IGN Summer of Gaming. Don't just write Summer of Gaming. We'll never see it afterwards. And we will be using the Lenovo Legion Slim 7i powered by a 13th Gen Intel Core i9 processor. Let's talk to marketing about shortening the name on that to see what you all had to say. But first, we got to see Cyberpunk 2077's Phantom Liberty DLC at Summer Game Fest Play Days. Oh my goodness, it's too early. I got to get warmed up here. Also, don't forget to stick around for our post show where we will recap everything that Microsoft has shown off, and maybe I'll have a little something else to say too. Don't go anywhere. IGN Summer of Gaming continues after this.
Hey everybody, I am Seth Macy. I'm joined by Destin Ligari.
Hey,
we
Seth.
are at Summer Game Fest. Destin, you just got to play Cyberpunk 2077, a little extended demo.
Yeah, Phantom Liberty, the new Idris Elba DLC, and it was great.
Yeah?
Yeah, anybody like me that no-life Cyberpunk on PC and cleared the whole map.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I really like Cyberpunk
Okay.
on PC. So I did everything that there was to offer. And now there's this huge new story DLC coming where, based on what I experienced, basically, the president crashes, you go save her, and there's this mysterious character who kind of leads you towards how to help her, right?
Okay.
And then eventually you are led to meet up with Solomon, the character played by Idris Elba.
Okay.
And at first it's a little like, I don't know, Mission Impossible.
Okay, cool.
Are you good?
Cool.
Are you bad? I don't know. And you're kind of like left throughout the whole experience of the demo, not sure if you should trust the president and this person they've sent them to or not.
A little intrigue.
Yeah, there's one point where they allow you to take the oath of like the military, basically, right?
I, V, do solemnly swear.
I, V, do solemnly swear.
And I'm like, I don't even know you. No, I'm not going to do your oath thing. And they give you a coin. And yeah, so it's sort of like a spy thriller at first, but you're really not sure how to feel about everything.
Okay.
I played that story content for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And they said, like, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Did they give you any clues as to like how much content there is?
Not really, but there is a lot.
All right,
to
we will
do in
have
the
more
world. There's these
Cyberpunk
things called
2077
airdrops.
coming up after the showcase. But stick around. We're not done. We got some predictions and more coming up for you right after this.
At those locations, the one I had time to do, it was like some purple.
IGN Summer of Gaming is presented by Lenovo Legion with 13th Gen Intel Core processors. Beyond performance.
So you like IGN, huh? The news, the videos, the guides, and wikis, it's all in your wheelhouse. But do you ever wish there was more? Introducing IGN Plus, a brand new program that's loaded with tons of cool perks and benefits. Sign up for IGN Plus today and you'll unlock free games and in-game content every month, a free subscription to Map Genie Plus, huge discounts for stuff like Dream Gear, Power A, Humble Bundle, the IGN Store, and tons more. IGN Plus is just $29.99 a year for a limited time. you deserve a little extra.
Behind every game, movie, and TV show you love is a wild, crazy, and sometimes unbelievable story.
No one is just black and white.
From revealing the secrets behind your favorite franchises to solving a legendary video game mystery,
I'm coming for you.
IGN Inside Stories gives you a peek behind the curtain.
If people come to the game now and see what's going on there, I think they'll be surprised.
Join us as we dive into hyper-dedicated fan bases, worldwide phenomenons, and the most incredible untold tales in games and entertainment.
I said, wait a minute, that doesn't sound so good.
It was definitely not what I expected in the best way.
Inside Stories, available now only on IGN.
And I was like, holy shit, we're gonna do this.
Have you been stuck on the same quest for just way too long?
I just want answers!
IGN strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help. IGN guides are trusted by millions, easy to use, and of course, free. You can even track your progress with handy checklists if you go for 100% just like we do.
We're going to be going over some sensitive material.
IGN has the very best, most complete, and accurate guides for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, The Witcher 3, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Elden Ring, and so much more.
I will require some time to process this information.
Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN.
Black Desert Online is an MMORPG played by 20 million adventurers worldwide on PC. And now, the latest free expansion, Land of the Morning Light, invites you to explore a brand new region with all new boss fights, quests inspired by Korean folklore, architecture inspired by the Joseon Dynasty period, and tons more. Let's take a look.
Welcome back. This is IGN's Summer of Gaming. Don't worry, you didn't miss the Xbox showcase. It's coming right up. We're just helping pass the time till this thing kicks off under 10 minutes to go. Don't forget to stick around afterwards for our post-show where we will recap and react to everything that Microsoft shows off. Until then, Xbox posted a video on Twitter with some very familiar background music and a trail of glitter that they'll be vacuuming up for the next 5 console generations. Do you think we will see Fable today? I know that's high on my wish list. Destin, I'll go to you first here.
We'd better. Otherwise, I'm going to lose it because it feels like a misleading social post, right? So I really hope it's there. I would love to see Fable gameplay.
Yeah, Kat, the pessimist inside me can't help but go, well, what if it's for like a PC port or a remaster or something? Because I'm with Destin. I'm gonna actually get my pitchfork and torch, and I'm gonna march with you to Microsoft if this is not. Kat, are you with us? Is this gonna be Playground's game today?
In fairness, I think a Fable 2 remaster would be kind of cool, actually. It's a classic. But
it is great. It's the best one of the series.
But I think that Fable actually, if it really hits, has a chance to really kind of knock our socks off, because Playground Games, I think it's one of the unsung heroes of the Xbox lineup. They consistently put out amazing work with Forza Horizon, and I'm kind of desperate to see them branch out. And Fable has historically been a big tentpole of Xbox. It's been a long time since we've seen it, and this could be a really fantastic open world revival for a classic series.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's now that game's almost certainly not coming out this fall. Let's focus on what we think the second half of Xbox's year could look like. We already know, of course, that Starfield is the headliner. But Stella, what could the fall look like? We know Starfield's in, Stalker is not going to be here today, but like the last time we saw Stalker 2 was a trailer at the very end of last year that just said 2023. So like we could be playing that this fall, right?
It's very possible. And I know that they've been going through a lot recently, especially with all the different leaks and the hackers that have been going through their files. But they're just like, oh, don't look at that stuff. So I'm wondering, is it pretty significant stuff? Maybe that means that there is a lot to the game that is finished now. So honestly, the more I look at Stalker, the more I revisit all the footage, I'm like, you know what? I'm really excited for this. So I don't know. I think potentially, yeah. Late this year, I think we could get Stalker 2.
We'll certainly understand if they don't, given that they're fighting off literal invaders in their home country. But yeah, 2023, they've been quiet for a while, other than saying today they posted online saying that they won't be at the showcase. Mm-hmm. But Destin, so, all right, Starfield's in, Stalker 2 maybe, Forza seems like high probability of shipping this year.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I mean, like it was supposed to, so
Yeah.
I have to imagine they're pretty far along.
Yeah.
That game looks gorgeous. I really hope to see more of it today. I'm excited to see more of it today because it's confirmed. And then they're doing the Forza Monthly right around the corner.
Yeah. And then another one I think could be part of the Xbox fall, the second half of the year. Maybe even they drop it in the summer. That'd be amazing. But Replaced, another that sort of Blade Runner-y pixel art game we've seen a couple trailers for, which looks like one of the coolest indie games coming to Xbox, and it is an exclusive. Also a Ukrainian developer, also in the same unfortunate circumstances that the Stalker 2 team is. So we'll see about that. But potentially we're looking at a really nice fall for Xbox. Now, let's shift attention. We've got a few minutes left before the direct starts, about 5 minutes to be specific. What do we need to see from Starfield today as the big game, the biggest Xbox exclusive in quite a long time? What does this Starfield Direct need to achieve? Stella, I'm going to go to you first.
Ooh, okay. Well, we definitely need to see, for me personally, I definitely need to see combat, how that's going to look. We got a little bit of that, but I do remember, if you remember last year, I pointed out, it looked a little weird to me. I wasn't a big fan of how it looked, especially with the way that the enemy name and everything was displayed. So I do want to see more of how that combat system is going to work, which I don't doubt it'll be good, but I do want an in-depth look at it. And of course, again, I want to know how relationships are going to work with people, because one of the biggest things with Fallout was being able to forge these relationships, see how your dialogue choices were going to change the story. I need to see that. So for me, that's what I need to see.
Destin, how about you?
I'm with Stella. They need to show story beats. They need to show how that aspect of it's going to play out. Show the RPG mechanics that Bethesda is really known for. Because there have been the comparisons to No Man's Sky, which I don't see as a negative personally, because I love No Man's Sky.
It's a beloved game.
Right, yeah, I've loved it since, even when everybody hated it, I've always loved that one. But they need to show how it's different and unique, like how it blends those other Bethesda elements. And they need to do it in a way where they take us on a journey so we can feel like we're playing the game, right?
Kat, how about you? I know you're like me. I think Starfield is number one on your wish list for the rest of the year. We're linked on that. So what do you think? What do we need to see from Starfield today?
I need to see scope. I need to see scale. I need to see just how big that universe is, and I need to see how dense that universe is. Bethesda, of course, is known for its enormous sandboxes. My dream is to get into a spaceship that I customize myself and wander the galaxy. Show me that. But more importantly, I think it needs a moment that really pops, that people really go, wow, like, holy cow, I'm sold on this game, because Starfield, it's an unknown. It's been hyped for a while, but it's not Fallout, it's not Elder Scrolls, so show me the moment that sells me on their vision.
Yeah, for me, is it Skyrim in space? And if it is that a good thing? And if it's not, is that a good thing? That's kind of the key, because a lot of people want Skyrim in space, and other people don't. So I'm sort of just curious where on the Skyrim scale, the Skyrim in space scale, it's going to land. All right, so we're about 2.5 minutes here. We're getting real close. Let's finish with, as we like to do on Podcast Unlocked, let's make some predictions. We did a whole hour of this last week, if you are a regular Podcast Unlocked viewer, so we won't repeat ourselves too much here, but on the eve, so pretty much nothing's leaked. It's been an airtight
Yeah.
run up to this thing. We haven't had to dance around any weird leaks. So let's do it. Predictions for what we'll see today. I'll start at the end of the table and work my way back. Kat, you're up.
I think we're going to see Hellblade 2. And we haven't talked about it much, but I wouldn't be shocked if it got a fall release date, and that could be a great stinger to the show.
That's right. We didn't even talk about that. Definitely could be part of Xbox's fall. That would strengthen things quite a bit. Destin?
I think Avowed is the closer to the show, but what I actually want to see is In Exile's FPS RPG. And Ryan, you got me on this one. I hope it's a Fallout 1 remake.
You know, we kind of worked into this whole theory that on the last episode,
everybody.
but I think you're really onto something there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Brian Fargo, the head of In Exile, has a connection to the original Fallout.
Yeah.
It would be something people would love to play that wouldn't get in the way of a future Fallout 5. I really think you're onto something with this theory.
Like Dead Space was great. They just remastered Metroid Prime. Let's do Fallout 1.
Yeah.
Stella?
Ooh, yeah. So mine was, Arc 2 was supposed to release this year anyway. So I'm like, we're definitely going to see an Arc 2 gameplay trailer because they switched everything over for Arc 1, all their servers, because they said it's going to be better maintenance. So I definitely think we got a gameplay trailer and a release date for this fall as well.
Have we not seen Arc at all since the Vin Diesel
I don't
cinematic
think
trailer
so.
from, is that 2 or 3 years ago now? It's been a while.
It's been a minute, yeah. So we need to see something.
For me, I am going to go to one of my favorite franchises that, again, we know is happening, but it's all been nothing's official. I think we're going to get some kind of Unreal Engine 5 based gameplay teaser for Gears of War 6, or just Gears 6 if they stick with the more recent nomenclature on that.
I hope so.
We know that the Coalition, they've been getting their hands dirty in Unreal Engine 5 with doing the work on that Matrix Awakens tech demo. I think Gears 6. All right, we are getting down to the wire here before we toss things over to Microsoft. Just a reminder, IGN's Summer of Gaming is happening all through June, and we'll be doing this whole thing all over again for Xbox's Extended Showcase. The countdown is on. Let's do it.
Oh, we're finally doing this, are we? Because I was going to make a sandwich. Okay. Let's do it. What do I think about heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we? Swanning about the place with their disproportionately high cheekbones and comically massive weapons.
Wanker.
Roughing up bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero's me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit, with veg, on the agricultural side of things.
Just look at them.
Not wafting around mythical creatures. And that's what they are. Wafters.
Yeah, well done.
You see, I'm not here to slay legendary beasts. I'm here to conquer the vegetable, not a euphemism. Let's face it, the age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death. One moment. This is awkward.
Yeah. Oh.
World premiere. Death don't have no mercy in this land. Death don't have no mercy in this land. He'll come to your house and it won't stay long. You look in the bed and somebody be gone. Death don't have no mercy in this land.
Shaking bones. Been a while. So, you remember that favor you owe me? I'm looking for a creature. Huge, sneaky, teeth like knives. No? Well, hey, how about you guys? No? Nobody? Not helpful. Mm-hmm. Sneaky.
World premiere.
These are dangerous times. At least that's what I hear. The Empire? They're everywhere. But the world here belongs to the syndicates. If I want to survive, I have to play their game. Looks like I'm all in.
She's in here somewhere.
On second thought, I'm out.
There she is.
I've been held back my whole life. And now, I just need a chance to finally be free. Wherever that takes me.
I'm here to offer you a way out, okay?
Get off my ship, Jalen.
Give me a chance. You're gonna have to trust me. It'll be dangerous, risky. But if you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.
The underworld shows no mercy. But it's a big galaxy out there, and I'm gonna risk it all.
Fable, South of Midnight, Star Wars Outlaws. Welcome to our first ever double feature, the Xbox Game Showcase, followed by a deep dive into one of the most important RPGs ever made, Starfield. Gaming is the most powerful of all entertainment. It transports, it challenges, it connects us, and it's just incredibly and awesomely fun. That is why Team Xbox is committed to building the greatest place to play, by partnering with the most ambitious of game creators, and by unleashing the power of the gaming community, enabling all of us to play the games we want with our friends anywhere, from mobile devices to PCs to consoles. The lineup we have for you today is just incredible. These are the works of the very greatest creative teams from around the world. We made this show for you, the largest, most engaged, and globally diverse fan base in Xbox history. You are the heart and soul of Xbox. Your passion drives us, and you are the inspiration for the visionaries whose games we showcase today. From me and all of the team at Xbox, thank you. This next game is from Thunder Lotus, the award-winning studio behind Spiritfarer, who've gone back to their combat roots with an amazing co-op raid-focused action game that is uniquely theirs. All right, everybody, it's time.
World premiere.
Guys, it's a simple job. Just in and out. Nothing to it. Everybody hit the floor!
kept trying, not strong enough, but I kept going. With all the hardship away, knowing that if I don't fight, I'll forever be moaning with pain. If I give up, that's an automatic loss for me in a ring. For my enemies, can't let it be. Took a few knockouts to understand the game. Now I'm ready for the ring, yo, time for the king. Wearing the armbands and seas, succeeds to be in a state of no fear, fixed like a spring team. As we proceed, no guarantees. As we take these steps to our destiny, who knows what happens? Though we believe in a win, no space for doubt. We believe in a team, unwelcome guest, disregarding requests, putting these enemies in forever breath.
People don't like you very much, do they? Sent here to the living lands by an emperor who couldn't bother to come himself. To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you. But the truth is, you scare us. The way you fight. The power you wield. The secrets you keep. You're either here to save us or destroy us. So now that you have all this power, what are you gonna do with it?
Welcome to the Scum Bar, the most notorious tavern on Melee Island. Wall-to-wall rogues and scoundrels.
So tell me, which ship is right for you? A big ship? A luxury ship? A ship with just a splash of je ne sais quoi?
The legend of Monkey Island? You mean Governor Guybrush. But Threepwood's not set foot out of that mansion for almost a year.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? I told you no autographs. Though I see you have a meet and greet ticket. And I guess it's not every day that you get to meet the mighty pirate Guybrush Threepwood, the legend of Monkey Island.
LeChuck has turned the memories of this island into a prison for Guybrush.
Well, well, what do we have here?
You need these.
Things may be very different from the sea of thieves you know.
мішок тупо Спайдермена показали. Тут, блін, всі ігри топ. Реально. Блін, ну графіка до вику. Тут Xbox X розкриється. Топчик. Там по зоряних війнах, блін, гра просто топ. Дюна! Ууу! Йопі! Оце топ! От тобі Next Gen під'їхав, чекав 2 роки, блін. Оцей Xbox прям по почках так PlayStation понадавав просто. Починаючи від першої гри, блін.
Hi, Melina here, speaking to you from our performance capture stage at Ninja Theory, where we have just wrapped our shoots for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. When we first showed gameplay for Hellblade 2, it was a look at some of the game's cinematic and immersive action, where Senua faced off against a gigantic troll on the Icelandic coastline. Today, we're taking you deeper into Senua's story, her personal quest, her unique perspective on the world, and the intimate journey that awaits you in Senua's Saga. What you'll see today is all captured by the team on Xbox Series X.
Series X. Sex. Ninja Theory.
She can feel them slipping through her soul, following the threads of her mind. She's here to find them, the ones who hide. She needs their help with a promise, a question. But it's never so simple, is it? Wisdom has a price. There's always a part of you that changes, a part of you that darkens, and a part of you that dies.
Обалдеть! Португалія, якщо будеш тут, диви!
I can feel them everywhere. The lost ones, they are watching us.
You should never have come here.
They can see us. What is going to happen? It's time to find out. How can we make it happen?
It's time to find out. Why are they watching?
It's time to find out.
What are they waiting for?
Senua, what are you waiting for? I'm here.
more than one. Where are they?
Where are you?
What do they
Ну її штирить, звісно, конкретно, ще з першої частини. Але гра реально, ну така гарна, ну просто реально топ.
What is she supposed to do? Do something. Ask them.
What do you want me to do?
Lost soul who fought through hell to find us.
You were lost. Not anymore.
Are you ready for what you will find here?
What we will find. What if it's all for nothing? What is that? There. They are waiting. There. It's them. It's you. What will they do to her? What will we do to us? Touch it. Your voices. All the parts of you that are broken. You can be whole. All the grief, all the rage, all the fear.
Everything I've seen, everything I've done has led me to this place.
We've come so far, not far enough. Say it. You are ready. Tell them.
I am here. Now.
What if we get lost forever? What will happen to them? What will happen to you?
I will not let them down.
She is ready. They know. Go.
Обалдеть просто. Hellblade, Senua Saga, друга частина.
Those you have
В
saved,
2024-му. Xbox XS і Game Pass. Це все, щоб ви розуміли, все, що показує Xbox зараз, це все ексклюзиви Xbox Series SX. Це неймовірно. Вже 10 ігор. На відміну від Sony, яка тільки Спайдермена показала одного. Це просто щось неймовірне. Xbox.
ここは。どうしたんだ？
Oh my god! A stranger!
なんだよ。どうかしたか？
Oh, surf's up, dude. Yeah, dude. Hang loose, bro.
俺がどうかしたのか？は？は？どうなってんだこりゃ！
Like a Dragon. Infinite Wells. Тоже Xbox Windows. Bethesda представляє. Ну що, Starfield, погнали. Ні. Fallout. Fallout 76.
Appalachia! What a sight! A verdant wonderland of promise plucked from post-atomic blight. The fruit of years of prudent progress and determined reclamation, and 15 million dwellers worth of keen imagination. From the heart of West Virginia to the depths of the pit.
Well, we owe it all to Vault 76.
No matter if you roam alone or spend your time with friends, you'll find a home in Appalachia where the good times never end. There are relics to uncover from a time before the war, along with loads of friendly folks to meet and enemies galore. Our world is always changing. Greater foes are overthrown as we embark on expeditions into thrilling new unknowns. Yes, from Appalachian settlements to Nuka World on tour. You're never short on things to do or places to explore. Think you've seen it all, eh? Well, how about this? Pack your bags for an escape of Epicurean bliss. Put your rad shield on and fix your hair up pretty, because we're headed for the boardwalk of Atlantic City. So there you have it. Now you know. There's a million ways to make the wasteland your waste home. And when you hear adventure calling, when you're looking for some kicks, answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault 76. Play it now with Xbox Game Pass.
Xbox Series XS. И в Game Pass.
World premiere.
Мирова прем'єра. Ух ти, що це таке? Щось японське. Азіатське. Capcom. Вау. Невже Онімуша новий? Ну. Блін, круто. Від Капкома? Блін, топ. Онімуша, напевно. Онімуша новий. У-у-у! Оце то круто. Да, они, бля, это топ. Круто. Path of the Goddess. Ні, ну шлях богів. Але це схоже дуже на Xbox Series XS і Game Pass. Все екзи, блін. Вау! Просто зрив башні, бля. Xbox. Це щось нереальне. Xbox від внутрішньої студії, ну.
General Motors' historic commitment to performance is embodied in two of its iconic brands, Chevrolet and Cadillac. The V-Series.R elevates Cadillac's competitive spirit to a whole new level with its thunderous V8 and hybrid power. The legendary Corvette has been a celebrated champion for decades. The all-new Chevrolet Corvette E-Ray continues that tradition. General Motors is proud to usher in a new era of competition with the innovators behind the new Forza Motorsport.
Forza Motorsport and General Motors are pairing their strengths in technical excellence and sophisticated modern design to take bold steps into the future and bring that experience to gamers. I'm thrilled to welcome the Cadillac V-Series.R and the Corvette E-Ray to the home of competition.
I know you're ready. You've got this.
Let's tweak the car's performance for the next one.
I'm feeling the vibe, taking my time like deep in the maze, making my shine bright. Whoa, I gotta make it, I'm going sky high. Never hold back, right. Yeah, I'm rolling,
Was your best lap yet.
This is my timeline.
I have seen all that ever was, and all that ever will be. I have seen betrayal, endurance, ambition, and courage. I am the one who knows. Perhaps the first time in my unending existence, I feel disconnected from fate's flow. Unseen forces move against me, hungry for forbidden knowledge. A mystery long kept hidden, a secret that threatens to unravel reality itself. Save Tamriel.
CSIS Unit 37. Toronto is under attack. By Null Sector.
There's something different about Null Sector this time.
They've taken over most of the city and they're rounding up Omnics. They need our help.
People are answering Winston's recall. There's new blood on the team. And we have so much to teach them.
If we can stop Null Sector, maybe we can save the city.
Coming through!
Been a while, Vivian.
As if I didn't have enough problems already.
So we fly up there, smash through anything that gets in our way. And what's another business?
I hate to interrupt the moment, but I'm picking up reports of more attacks in other cities.
It's a fight they want. I say let's give it to them.
Target marked.
Time to create peace with bullets. Greetings.
Oh, yeah! Boom!
world is counting on us.
Let's go.
Shall we do this together?
Fight with me!
Engaging. Watch this! I saw that. Not bad.
World premiere.
What is this place? It looks like we're in a palace.
What the hell is going on? Who are these people?
No idea. But if they're attacking us, our only choice is fighting back. Hey, look over there! Can you get us out of here?
So you're telling me you're thieves who steal hearts, and you just happen to stumble into this world? The Rebel Corps will always help the Phantom Thieves, just as the Phantom Thieves have helped the Rebel Corps. Never forget that we're a united force who can rely on each other.
You should be grateful to have been made my subjects, but you're just mannerless little brats.
Unfortunately, returning will be no easy feat.
Somewhere deep inside, I know you realize things can't go on like this. So, will you take a stand beside us?
Yeah! Let's show them what we got!
Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. The wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there?
Єба, 25 років розробці було. Starfield. Там так написано.
You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
Може, з моменту задуму. Ось.
We do not fully understand all that is at work here.
No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump is ready. I love this part.
Wow.
These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Human settlements throughout the galaxy could be at risk.
Що це було? Це не в мене, це не в мене. Чесно, це не в мене.
We are not stopping. Whatever lies at the end of this road will change humanity forever.
Блін, ну Starfield.
This is where we belong.
Топчик. Starfield. О, крутяк. Xbox Series X, ПК, Steam, Game Pass ексклюзив. Блін. Прикинь. Блін, я вам чесно, ну, я можливо дуже можу помилятися, але Оцей шоукейс просто так нагнув Sony, блядь.
World premiere.
Ну реально, отак просто нагнув рачком, типа. Ну, реально. Причому по кожній позиції. По кожному IP, блін, якщо пройти від першої гри і от до тепер. Це просто щось неймовірне від Xbox происходить. І між іншим все це ексклюзиви Xbox, на відміну від Sony, бля, яка продає всі екзи. І це я вам говорю власник PS3 і PS4. Я недовольний, дуже недовольний Sony, бля, що вони показали на шоукейсі і що вони, бля, продають, здобувають всі ексклюзиви свої, бля. Просто по-скотськи поступають. І ніяких ігор нових вони, бля, крім Спайдермена не зробили. Це реально. Там Джим Райан, бля, офігенний директор. У далекій перспективі у Sony там виходить Wolverine і кази ще що. Током все мультиплатформи і який в цьому сенс взагалі не зрозуміло. Політика Sony. Навіщо переходить на мультиплеєрні проекти, якщо завжди все життя цінувалося ексклюзиви Sony. Такі мої думки, як кажуть, голос. Я дивлюсь якраз в те, що показує Xbox, то якраз Xbox робить ексклюзиви от зараз Xbox. І причому вони виходять в X-Pass і тільки на Xbox Series X і S, на відміну від Sony, блін. Прикол, блін. Вообще.
World premiere.
Да. Це, конечно, нет. Блін, водичка топчик, дивись. Океан. Хоррор якийсь, блін, подвійка графа, блін. Обалдеть. Still Wake the Deep. Блін, ну круто виглядає. Xbox Series XS. Знову ж таки. Xbox Pass. Молодці, що сказати. Я просто восхищаюся цим шоу Xbox. Просто вообще 200% молодці, блін. Що й казати. Португалія, як будеш тут, напиши комент, будь ласка, якщо будеш, привіт. Що ви думаєте про це шоу? Не тільки мої думки. Хто дивився? По-моєму, Xbox цього разу реально Sony. Іменно своїм ексклюзивним контентом своїм. Тут майже кожна гра прикольна. Ну не майже, а реально кожна гра прикольна, бля. Тоже Xbox Game Pass Series XS, все на Xbox Game Pass. Play Day One. Блін, Day One в X-Pass, дивись.
Hi.
Опа!
I'm very excited to be
Keanu Reeves.
returning as Johnny Silverhand
Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty.
in the upcoming expansion for Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. This new adventure reunites Johnny and V on a dangerous spy mission and
Keanu.
introduces Idris Elba as secret agent Solomon Reed. It's really amazing to share the screen with you, Idris. It's cool to be a part of this game with you, man. As a player, you'll get to visit Dogtown, an unexplored part of Night City, and rescue the President of the new United States of America. Expect a massive expansion, twists, secrets, and plenty of stuff to do. I know the team at CD Projekt Red just keeps raising the bar when it comes to telling cinematic stories in video games. And I really can't wait for you to play it on Xbox Series X and S. But enough talking. I'm guessing you want to see for yourself. And so it is my honor and pleasure to give you and introduce the official trailer for Phantom Liberty. Check it out.
There's gotta be a way out of
Sony
this.
просто віддихає.
Johnny, I'm dying. There's nothing can stop that.
V. My name is Songbird. I'm an NUS intelligence analyst. I know about the bomb ticking in your head. And I can save your life.
What's the catch?
I need you to get to Dogtown.
Attention all Dogtown residents. The President managed to crash your Space Force One into our humble district.
Man's got 1,001 reasons to want Myers as a hostage. Sleeper agents. Time to wake them up.
So NUSA's tossing us back into the fray, huh?
Stay sharp. We're in the wolf's den now.
Ви подивіться, яка графуля, народ.
Get Myers out of there.
Тугалі, якщо
Time to
будеш.
evac. Her safety is the top priority. Shit! They catch us out here, we're dead. Wait, hear that? God almighty! It's moving! Run! This way! Quick! Someone ratted us out.
You know, V, treason ain't ever black and white.
It's a charade, V.
Wherever she goes, people get hurt. Bodies drop.
Just want what Songbird promised me.
The cure.
The situation's changed. You need to know if you're with me.
Illusion of freedom draws in the desperate. Pick your truth, V.
Come on. Got iron in your head. Gotta put it to someone's head. Pull the trigger.
Do anything and do it soon, I'll die.
— 26 вересня виходить. Xbox Series X. Я офігів, реально. All footage captured in game написав. Блін, ну це просто топ. Клас. Типа як місто строїш. Кто любит вот такие вот типа застройки там строите, вот, конечно, гарно. Skyline. І це ви щоб все розуміли, оці всі ігри, які були показані, вони всі є в X-Pass, в геймпасі, прикинь. Я в шокі, просто в шокі. І все ексклюзиви Xbox.
World premiere.
「国民の信託を最も集めし者が次なる王となる資格を得るものとする」
陛下のお命が奪われるなど
汝定めを課せられし子よ憂いを抱える旅人よ
こいつが俺の凱旋者だ
果たして誰が次の
己自身に命じなさい内なる英雄の姿に変われと
真の王を志すならば打ち勝ってみせよ
僕のいる世界の出来事は君にとっては絵空の子
人間
この国は今有史以来の危機にさらされているどうやら面白い力を手にしたようだ
主君に捧げると決めた覚悟そのものだ
これこそ人間の真実だ
道は二つに一つ
またあったねやはり君は興味深い
今こそあんた自身がそうなる番よ
正義かどうかじゃない
誰もが恐れと不安に負けそうで
理想を貫け
何が正しいのかわからない
全ての始まりはあなたの持つ小説
幻想はただの絵空事なんかじゃない
Ну це типа персона нова, да? Чи що це? Метафор. Ну прикольно, прикольно.
World premiere.
Це що, Філ Спенсер говорить, що? Там Джим Райан зараз, блядь, гикається, йому там, блядь, він там бачить. Сидить, блядь. Оу, Jesus Christ. Кожна гра крута, блядь. Від розробників Banner Saga.
Humanity's cities have fallen. Our people's only means of survival is to seek sanctuary here, in the Belfry.
Це від розробників Banner Saga.
You must explore this world to find the origins of this evil. And bring hope back to our people.
Кооп Адвентура. Погано. Ну, щось в цьому є. Попроще, але може бути прикольно. Така як похоже на дуже крутий платформер.
Together, you can save humanity.
Towerborn. Також в X-Pass, Xbox. 24-го року. Ну, я відверто радий за Xbox, я вам чесно скажу. Відверто радий. Порівняно з тим, що показала PlayStation, просто це... Просто я за них дуже радий за Xbox, що стільки крутих проєктів, бля. От Sony, от що Sony показувала на своєму PlayStation Showcase, це просто, блядь, хочеться плакати реально. Тому що вони там показали, блядь, цей Spider-Man он був герой. Просто твізда. В цьому плані Xbox. Утренність PlayStation.
This city is a miracle of progress. A finely tuned, delicately balanced machine.
Outer Worlds 2. Скоріше за все.
But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin everything.
About our world.
If you resist my rule, if you alter our past, if you threaten what I have built, there is nowhere in space or time where I will not destroy you.
Блин, топово.
Oh no. What did I do?
Any last words before my friend puts one in your scalp?
Clockwork Revolution. Я просто в ахері, народ, блін, це кожна гра крута, прикинь. Кожна. Топчик.
Thank you all for joining
Phil
us.
Spencer.
Today is a special day for me and the team. I'm excited to see 11 games showcased from our first-party studios. We opened with Fable from Playground Games, which will bring the franchise into the modern era while staying true to its British style and humor. Compulsion and In Exile shared their first original experiences since joining Xbox with South of Midnight and Clockwork Revolution. And we are thrilled at how Avowed is shaping up for release next year from the RPG masters at Obsidian. In addition to Avowed, our studios will deliver Hellblade 2, an all-new Microsoft Flight Simulator, Towerborn, and more in 2024. Later this month, players can look forward to Elder Scrolls Online Necrom and Sea of Thieves Monkey Island. As we look to holiday, we will launch Starfield and Forza Motorsport, both built for Xbox Series X, S, and PC. We are also honored to share 14 games today from our creative partners, like Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive, in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, 33 Immortals from Thunder Lotus, Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom, and more Persona games coming to Game Pass thanks to our continued partnership with Sega Atlas. I'd also like to congratulate the Studio Zero team on Metaphor Refantazio. It's great to be able to premiere what is next from the creators of Persona here in our showcase. We are focused on putting our players and game creators first in everything we do. No matter if you choose to play on Xbox, PC, or over the cloud, all gamers are welcome here at Xbox. When it comes to our consoles, we have heard your feedback on two fronts. First, we have significantly increased our supply of Xbox Series X, making it easier for fans to find globally. Second, we know you've wanted more storage with Xbox Series S, and I'm excited to share we have some news there as well.
Молодець. Ну, Філ Спенсер красавчик. Топ. Просто топ, народ. Просто топ. Охренеть, Black S-ка! Терабайт SSD! Єпа! Коли? 1 терабайт карбон. 350 баксів. Комін Септембр 1. Бля.
And now for the one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
Я в ахері, блін, оце топ. 1 терабайт, чорна еска. Блін, це просто топ. Зараз почнеться Starfield Direct. Бля, ця трансляція просто ахіреть, яка крута, народ. Блін, жалко, що нема Португалії всіх підписників. Блін, хто на записі буде дивитися, блядь, це просто щось неймовірне, блядь. Від Xbox сьогодні, блядь. Starfield, блядь. Showtime.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here. And that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do. And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So, let's jump in and take a look.
Блін, це просто щось неймовірне.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years. But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person. We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected. We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up, and you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you, I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource-heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Welcome to UC Space.
Alpha Centauri.
Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
Houston, Mayday, Mayday.
Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Блін, Starfield виглядає то...
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system.
We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game, so any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings, it's a lot. But I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine.
I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew, and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up. Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here, and you have 2 ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please, avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there. Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target. After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship. Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care in designing this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Control, this is Constellation Starship Frontier. Ready to start on your signal. Steady till ready. Coordinates input. Plotting jump course. Guidance is converged. Getting auxiliary reactor power. System checks are green across the board. Prepare for departure. Ground jump commencing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet, whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger. Starfield's got you covered.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and, wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships, audio design, planets, the day-night cycle.
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom,
The ending. Vasco, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher,
brain sprout.
Это Starfield.
I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. That's right, Ben.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Main engines go. Good luck, Constellation.
Оружия много
You are
космических войне. Команду свою собираешь. Starfield. Блин, если ты только сейчас пришел, очень жаль. Посмотри полностью всю презентацию вот как вот 09.06.23. Это 6 сентября. Xbox Series XS преордер, да. Там еще джойстик они сделали, часы какие-то специальные для игры. Вот они, вот они. Xbox Series XS, ПК. Короче, PlayStation, блядь, нервно курит просто в сторонке. После этого шоу-кейса, блядь. Все игры. Киберпанк. Вейв. Звездный бой. Там Clockwork. Сцена Hellblade. Классно запомнил. Midnight. Вот, Звездные войны много. Дюна игра. Вообще топ. Потом... И самое главное это Starfield. И вот это вот типа анимушен новая от Capcom. Вуф еще. Вуф-то офигенный. Payday 3, Necron. Это все в Xbox One. Киберпанк дополнение. Star Wars Outlaw. Starfield. Starfield я тоже очень жду. Starfield. Это, блин, топ игра 1. Это будет топ игра 24 года. Starfield. Это просто топ.
Welcome back to IGN's Summer of Gaming. That was the Xbox Summer Game Showcase. I'm Ryan McCaffrey, host of IGN's weekly Xbox Show podcast, Unlocked. That Starfield Direct, by the way, had you dying to know more. Stick around because I got a chance to not only talk to Todd Howard about it, I also got to play an hour of it myself yesterday, so that is coming up in a little bit, along with a closer look at Alan Wake 2. But first, to help me break down some of the other big announcements from this excellent showcase, I am joined right now once again by Stella Chung, Destin Legary, and Kat Bailey. Hello, my friends.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, Destin.
Wow. That was great. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, we're going to start. Let's just start with immediate reactions, which Destin has already kindly jumped right in on. Summing it up with a wow, that's good. Yeah. Kat?
I thought it was a strong show. It didn't have enough gameplay, maybe, and the release dates were a little bit hazy, but there were a lot of announcements that really landed. Clockwork Revolutions was a big one. Fable looked terrific, and I feel pretty good about a lot of the releases that are coming up about Xbox right now.
Stella, immediate reaction.
Starfield меня пугает своими масштабами.
Here's the thing, I'm going to be the bad guy today, and that's fine because I feel like it was good, but again, like Kat said, the gameplay was very good from what we did see, and I was expecting a lot more gameplay and a lot more in-depth looks at gameplay.
Я просто
and I was very disappointed that there
в
weren't,
шоке.
except for Starfield, there weren't any developer breakdowns or interviews or
было.
anything in that showcase. So
Олегич,
it was good though. It was
Xbox просто разорвал Соньку, просто нагнул рачком, и все, Сонька просто отдыхает нервно в сторонке. Я еще такого не видел. Каждая игра топ. Я такого не видел. Каждая игра топ. И она в Xbox пассе. И потом в конце они берут Старфилдом такие, бабах, бля, вообще разорвало, бля. Короче, я вообще просто охерел просто от Старфилда. Это настолько топовая игра будет, что это просто топ. А когда Фил Спенсер вышел и показал Xbox черный на терабайт, меня вообще разорвало, просто тупо вообще. Это, короче, блин, лучшая презентация Xbox, когда я, блин, вообще ever, блин, видел, блин. О, бля. Не знаю ли я дотерплю до сентября месяца. Я очень хочу Xbox черный, тот терабайтный, бля. Очень хочу. Но когда он появится у нас в Украине, я не знаю.
I had said,
$350.
publicly, privately to you guys, Fable was the thing.
Да, конечно, хочу, но, блин, когда он появится на прилавках, и у наши барыги, они же будут дороже продавать. Они же его будут полюбас по 400 продавать. Что, не знаешь? Суки, терабайтный Xbox будет полюбас продавать дороже.
I'll start with you. There were some... We were audibly,
блин, ну это топово. Это просто топово. Я так приятно удивлен этой трансляцией, что просто пизда. Fable, блин. Starfield, блядь. Такой крутой, блин. Столько оружия, планеты. Все так продумано. Команда, корабли. Каждая планета отличается. Имеет свой дизайн. Та вестерн, та киберпанк, та там какие-то кланы, блин. Они еще не показывали Gear 6 и Индиана Джонс, и Wolfenstein. Gear 6 еще в разработке, скорее всего. Индиана Джонс Bethesda делает, да. И Wolfenstein 3, да. Wolfenstein. Ну, Wolfenstein я спокойный к нему, потому что я ни один Wolfenstein не прошел. Причем они у меня куплены все. Wolfenstein у меня все есть, вся коллекция, вся купленная. Я их ни один не прошел. Вот такая злая ирония. Я не знаю, почему я Wolfenstein не прошел. Блин, киберпанк! А Xbox Star Wars Outlaw меня вообще порвало, блин. Я просто охерел, блин. Блин, очень жаль, что не было, ну, на трансляции, когда мы это все смотрели, людей. Блин, это просто топ. Я заходил, Олег, тебе там в начале тоже. Спасибо, что зашел, Олегич. Блин, прям не было с кем поделиться. Прям меня эмоции просто разрывают, блядь. Ваня, Мейсон, спасибо тоже, что пришел. Блин, это просто что-то невероятное. Просто что-то невероятное. Я очень рад за Фила Спенсера, за компанию Microsoft. Я такой трансляции еще, блядь, ever никогда не видел. Вот сегодня, именно сейчас, Xbox тупо так нагнула PlayStation. И это говорю я вам, фан Sony, потому что я Sony с детства играю. И у меня PS3 есть, и PS4, и у меня купленные экзы PlayStation и пройдены на канале, такие как God of War Ragnarok и так далее. Но из того, что я видел сегодня, реально Xbox просто разорвала PlayStation. Я люблю, когда показывают игры, которые я не видел.
Actually impeccable. Like that's not hyperbole, that's not exaggeration. Their last game from the, this is a second team. There's of course the Forza Horizon team. This is the second team that's been built at Playground. But their last game was a 10 out of 10 video game that won IGN Game of the Year in 2021, and it looks like they're hungry for another trophy. When you look at this.
Ты перебил мой спич, бля, меня застопорило, бля.
So the original Fable was known for pitching itself.
Ну так это же все игры, это же все игры, которые показали, это все новые игры, я их всех не видел. What?
I remember how excited people were when it came out on the original Xbox.
Да,
Will this game capture that?
А что, эти игры показывали раньше где-то? Все игры, которые показали на трансляции Xbox Showcase, все новые игры.
A lot of humor, a lot of leaning into the fantasy aspect of it, or is it going to dig much deeper into the world?
Ну смотри, давай вернемся к тому, что показала PlayStation Showcase. PlayStation. То есть Metal Gear, он не эксклюзив, он будет на Xbox. Jedi Survival, который уже вышел, он не эксклюзив. Diablo 4, который вышел, она не эксклюзив. То, что они показали еще из новеньких. Metal Gear Snake Eater новый, он не эксклюзив. Mortal Kombat 1, который будет выходить, он не эксклюзив. What? PlayStation, блять. Ну серьезно, Spider-Man 2, одна игра эксклюзив? Что, Джим Райан, блядь, серьезно, блядь? Вы посмотрите, что Xbox показала, блядь. Fable, Звездные войны, Starfield. Это они еще Stalker 2 не показывали, блядь. Fable вот сейчас показывают. Потом Midnight какой-то эксклюзив Xbox будет. Потом и Star Wars и Xbox новые.
Don't let us down, Playground.
To find some activities to the
И это все в
that,
Xbox Pass.
May be of interest to you. Yes, Dave.
Да, честно, я приятно удивлен трансляцией Xbox, играми, которые будут выходить в 2024
As our news director, would you say that it's fair?
Это просто что-то невероятное.
Not assume, but
вот такие вот дела. Ну, Starfield. Аплодирую стоя. Вот то, что показали на Starfield. Ваня, если будет время, посмотри полностью вот тот кусочек, где показывают полностью про Starfield от нас сначала. Это что-то просто. Они показали, какие животные, оружие, миры, команда, какие эти города, планеты будут.
Interesting that the show was bookended by
куча интересных. Да тупо все игры интересные. Я еще такого не видел. Каждая игра, которую они показали, она все интересные игры. Все. Ни одной инди какой-то такой, что неинтересно. Ну там было пару инди. 33 Immortal, где 33 коопа можно играть. И там в аниме-стиле было типа Persona. В аниме-стиле такая игра. Типа это...
Are we moving to our next game? Because we've got so much to talk about here. Let's go to Star Wars. So I tweeted this. The first 3 games of the showcase, it was just one punch after the next. It was a series of 3 uppercuts that all landed, and one of those games was Star Wars Outlaws. Kat, you are nodding along with a big smile on your face. So this is Massive, the developer who's done the Division games at Ubisoft. All we had previously known about this was that Massive was making an open-world, single-player Star Wars game, and now we have a little bit better idea of it.
Star Wars Outlaw.
Your thoughts?
Big Shadows of the Empire vibes.
Я не знаю, насколько классный джедай вышел в Survivor. Я его не проходил, потому что новая игра, она очень требовательная.
I'm really glad that they're going in this direction because,
думаю, на Xbox
believe it or not, I don't feel like smugglers have been explored a ton in the Disney world. We're going more, they've always tended to go more in the Jedi and the Mandalorian direction. So this feels really refreshing to me. I have some doubts. Look, I want to see the gameplay again, but that's going to be shown tomorrow.
Yes, 24 hours.
But at first glance, I was like, okay, yes, I'm in. Open world Star Wars smuggling game, presumably with space combat. Ubisoft has some problems with, shall we say, execution, but at first blush, I'm in on the concept.
Я не люблю
напрягать людей своими проблемами.
И тем более денежными вопросами. Знаешь такую пословицу? Или одолжи другу денег, можешь забыть про этого друга. Или все, что касается денег, я пытаюсь с друзьями не иметь никаких отношений. Я не буду такое делать никогда. Я не собираюсь напрягать людей, утверждать, там, пересылать, У меня это мои проблемы. Мои проблемы, мои интересы — это мои проблемы. Я не хочу. Я не буду покупать. Ты неправильно меня понимаешь. Ты просто не понял, ну, наверное, ты не знаешь меня. И ты не понимаешь до сих пор. Я не покупаю, у меня нету налички $600. И у меня нету $300. И у меня даже $100 нету, Олег. Я покупаю в кредит, в рассрочку новые вещи. Понимаешь, у меня нету сбережений. Я не откладывал деньги, у меня нету сбережений. Я же это объяснял. Я жду день рождения. У меня день рождения. Я на день рождения беру в кредит что-то. Или Xbox, скорее всего, Xbox буду покупать. Но это у меня налика нету. Вы меня неправильно поняли просто. У меня нету $350, чтобы выслать в Португалию, и чтобы мне Юра купил. Хотя я уверен, что Юра бы мне бы не отказал, но я не хочу его напрягать сейчас. Мы близкие друзья, но... Не знаю, я не люблю такими вещами заниматься. Мне проще взять кредит реально и выплатить его самому, и никого не напрягать. Напрягать людей там где-то за границей. Сейчас война идет вообще-то. Интересно, какие инопланетяне, как он будет выглядеть. Там много очень... Вот сейчас вот «Звездные войны» показывают. Инопланетяне очень крутые, очень много разных видов оружия в Starfield, очень много инопланетян, очень много разных планет, и все со своим дизайном. Нам показали ролик «Звездные войны», но нам не показали геймплей. Но ролик очень красивый. А какой будет геймплей? Ну, пока это такой синематик показали. Cinematics. Ну, скажу тебе одно. После презентации вот этого Xbox я прям, ну, разочарован прям в PlayStation. Очень разочарован. И я искренне рад за Фила Спенсера и за Microsoft, что они прям дали такого пинка, блядь, Соньке сейчас. Прям обидно мне, бля, реально, прям обидно. Ну, я столько лет в Sony был. Я очень люблю компанию Sony. Ну, политика Джима Райана сейчас, бля, просто уничтожает фан-базу PlayStation, уничтожает все надежды какие-то игроков в Sony на какие-то годные эксклюзивы, типа God of War Ragnarok. Ну, я просто не фанат Спайдермена, и я не проходил ни Спайдермен, ни Маус Моралес. Спайдермен красивая игра, но это один эксклюзив. Ну, what? Где продолжение Uncharted? Где продолжение Last of Us? Ну, God of War Ragnarok выпустили. Да, круто, окей. Ну, блин, ну какого хрена вот это вот идти в мультиплеер? Блин, ну вот это вот в этом я разочарован, блядь, все. Sony, блин. А вот то, что показали Xbox, вот, Avowed, пожалуйста. Avowed, Звездные войны, Starfield. Любая игра, которая показывает Xbox, это все сюжетки, это все интересные миры, интересные игры, это то, что я люблю. Все, ну, то, что показала Sony на своем PlayStation Showcase, ну, просто откровенно, бля, ну. Олегич, ты что думаешь? Ну, вы же видели все Sony PlayStation Showcase и Xbox Showcase. Вы же можете сравнить. Можете сравнить. Что вы думаете, народ? Що ви думаєте про це все? Вельми шановне панство. Ну, короче, Starfield мне дуже, очень сподобався. Понравился.
Okay, so our friends at Lenovo Legion are our official product partners for IGN Summer of Gaming. They sent over these Lenovo Legion
Я с тобой согласен.
Intel Core i9 processors, and they want us to include them in the show. Yes! Oh, love your enthusiasm.
Меня порвало, когда я увидел вот этот вот Xbox черный. Они говорили, что они не беспокоятся. Вот мне нравится, что Xbox как раз привлекает игроков, он беспокоится обо своих игроках. Они сделали Game Pass. Эти все игры будут в Game Pass'е, блин. Да, они бесплатные, но тем не менее, эти все игры новые будут в Game Pass'е. Это day-релизы.
for it. This needs to be fun.
Ну, блин. Делают... Они обновили Xbox Series S до Black Edition с 1 терабайтом. С черным джойстиком, блин. Ну, это ребрендинг в каком-то роде. Ну, немножко такой маленький. Показали много крутых игр сегодня на Xbox Showcase. Кто не видел, обязательно пересмотрите. Жду Starfield. Да, Starfield. Ну, Фил Спенсер, когда выходил, он сказал Xbox, ПК и Cloud Gaming. Я свой бокс покрашу в черный цвет. Да там не дело в том, что покрасишь черный цвет. Там терабайт внутренней памяти. Внутренней памяти. Посмотри, в Xbox Series S, по-моему, там, сколько там, 500 гиг? 500 гиг, да? Так, чистыми там идет 380 или сколько? Вот, Олег, ты лучше знаешь, у тебя есть. Ты уже сколько пользуешься? Год? Series S. Так вот, если это терабайка, то чистыми будет где-то 800 с чем-то. Вот то же самое. Часы, наушники, джойстик, Starfield круто. Да, контроллер классный. Наушники, часы прикольные. И сама игра прикольная. Игра сама топ. А это уже маркетинг такой чисто. Witchfire будет на все консоли. Авуфт прикольный, мне понравился. Такой как Skyrim, очень красивый Авуфт. Я посмотрел на геймплей Авуфт. Это фэнтези, типа как Skyrim. Она намного интереснее и прикольнее, чем тот Immortals, который показали PlayStation. Ну реально, бля. Вы видели геймплей Авуфт? Если я правильно понимаю, заплати за Game Pass и кучу игр в придачу. Да, Мейсон. Да. Ну, во-первых, начнем с того, что Xbox Series S стоит 300 по-моему, долларов. Я не знаю, сколько это в России там стоит. Можно бэушки купить. И Game Pass, я тоже, если честно, не знаю, сколько оно в России стоит. Олегич больше знает. Олегич, ну, сколько Game Pass стоит в месяц у нас? 200 гривен, 180 гривен, по-моему. Сколько это в рублях? 180 гривен в месяц. Это где-то... 400 рублей. 400 рублей? Может, меньше. Я не знаю просто курс какой сейчас. В боксе чистыми 360 гигабайт, а на Black будет 860 гигабайт. Я аргентинец. В смысле аргентинец? Ну да, есть Аргентина. Переводишь регион на Аргентину и за аргентинские песо покупаешь игры за копейки вообще, за песо. Просто копеечные. Я уже говорил, сейчас Diablo 4 стоит 3600 там Ultimate, а на Аргентине она стоит 800 гривен Ultimate Edition. Это вообще шок просто. В Украине на год будет стоить 2000 гривен. Ага, ну правильно, по 180 гривен. В Аргентине 1100. В Аргентине 1100. 1100 гривен это в год. Это ты даже не заплатил. Это ты даже не заплатил за стоимость AAA игры. Это в год. Я имею в виду, это комплимент, типа. Это 1100 гривен в год. В год! Да, я тебя понимаю, Олегич. Тут ты выиграл. Тут ты выиграл. Я сначала не хотел принимать этот факт, что тут ты прав на 200% был. С этим геймпассом, с Xbox. Ты прям заванговал, прям. Год ты уже в плюсе, короче. Но... Будем откровенными, Олегич, будем откровенными. Игр там в этом году было мало. Ну, признай это. Ну, признай. Ну, давай, вот я сейчас объективен, я же тебя похвалил. Хвалю Xbox. Ну, реально. Ну, Hi-Fi Rush был один. Ну, честно скажи. Ну, Hi-Fi Rush был. Ну, Plague Tale Requiem было. Ну, окей, Redfall был какой-никакой. Ну, ладно, 3 игры. А много игр было таких себе, если честно. 50-50. Ну, вот то, что они показали сейчас, Олег, вот то, что они показали сейчас, вот сегодня, на трансляции Showcase Xbox, это меня прям удивило и просто меня просто вообще уничтожило. Но до этой трансляции я думал по-другому немножко все-таки. Там, ну согласитесь, там что, Фуга 2, блин, что те все игры, ну, например, у меня, я просто имею возможность покупать игры по дешевке, и я покупал очень много игр на Sony, в Uplay, в EA и так далее, и меня Xbox Pass, он меня не впечатлял до сегодняшнего дня. А то, что я увидел сегодня на презентации Xbox, оно поменяло мое мнение просто на 180 градусов. Потому что я видел презентацию PlayStation и сегодняшнюю Xbox. Мое мнение поменялось.
It was an extraordinarily unique privilege to get to play this game yesterday. So I thought I would let you guys ask me some questions about it. Now, I will preface this, an hour, which I think
я прям зауважал этого Фила Спенсера, прям вообще красавчик. А Forza Motorsport, а эти все Forza. Ну, Plague Tale Requiem там была классная игра. Вот Starfield просто порвал. Это еще не показали даже Stalker 2. Это еще Stalker 2 не показали. Evil Within, да, как Олегич говорил. Плюс там будет вот эти все Alan Wake, Evil Within, и Alan in the Dark, Silent Hill 2, он будет на все платформы. Вот эти все амнезии, Layers of Fear, это все будет на Xbox тоже. Плюс есть уже Джедай, который вышел Survival. Есть Diablo 4 еще. Ну, Diablo 4 я уже на PlayStation, конечно, купил, но я думаю, конечно, я задумался по поводу Xbox очень сильно. Олегич, но смотри, Аргентину, допустим, я перевожу Xbox на Аргентину, да, в настройках, и у меня есть карточка MasterCard, я уже подготовился, я сделал себе карточку MasterCard, потому что у меня моя зарплатная карточка это Visa, Приватбанк, а я сделал себе другую Укрсиб на MasterCard. Если я возьму Xbox, допустим, себе, то мне надо сделать типа регион эту Аргентину, да? И регион Аргентина. И вот этот вот Xbox я на Аргентине прям могу покупать прям в менюшке там как-то, да? Главное, чтобы карточку подвязать к Аргентине, да? Choosing your background and your traits. И покупаешь себе на Аргентине, да? So many that I don't even remember what I chose, but there's a lot of neat. Вот сейчас показывают, кстати, Starfield. Какие города? But yeah, I'm really sort of curious how those background characteristics are going to come into play. Like they gave you a little taste of that in the direct of like you might get a line of dialogue somewhere or what have you. But yeah, there's а це типа буде темне братство, типа як в Скарімі.
Did you get to experience a story mission start to finish?
Тебе надо будет обзор посмотреть, как это делать, или я тебе могу сделать через человека. Не надо мне человека. Не-не-не-не-не. Я с посредниками не работаю. Не, Олег, спасибо. Я не люблю посредников. Не, без обид, честно. Не. Я у тебя уже объяснял, говорил уже раньше. Я не люблю этих посредников. Я сам делаю все. Я не доверяю.
So let's see. Risk Levo asks, can you talk about your take on the 1,000 planets to explore?
Не, вот если ты придешь ко мне, Олегич, Если ты лично ко мне придешь домой и настроишь, тогда да. Я тебя угощу гамбургером, пирожным, заплачу тебе, не знаю, налью тебе 50 грамм коньяка, виски, Джек Дэниелса какого-то, не знаю. Выставлю тебе там поляну. Я знаю, что ты не пьешь. Я говорю, если бы ты смог лично прийти ко мне, типа помочь настроить, да, вот так да, так я согласен. А какие-то там люди, какие-то посредники, я не верю этим третьим людям каким-то. Не-не-не-не-не. Я не доверяю, Олег. Вот тебе я верю, тебе да. Тебе я верю. А другим я не верю никому. Вот видишь, я тебе комплимент говорю, я тебе доверяю. Никогда не делал. Я видел гайды, я смотрел, я уже год, Олег. Я на Xbox уже давно засматриваюсь. Давно уже я засматриваюсь на Xbox. Я все за этим слежу. И смотрел, как это настраивать, тоже все. Но легче, когда человек пользуется Xbox и шарит в этом. Я думаю, что ты знаешь. Ну, по идее, там просто... Вот у меня есть карточка MasterCard. На ней должны быть деньги, естественно. В менюшке в настройках берешь регион Аргентину и все. Подвязываешь карту и покупаешь игры, все. В чем проблема? Поэтому надо смотреть обзоры, я думаю, это не сложно, там главное карточку иметь нужно. Ну так я же говорю, что у меня MasterCard. На Xbox уже Visa не работает. Все, на Xbox Visa, если у тебя карточка Visa, ты ничего там не купишь на Аргентине, только на Украине. Должна быть карта MasterCard. Вот MasterCard, она работает по всему миру. Во всем мире, ну, можно покупать через MasterCard. Мне должны быть деньги. По идее, там меняешь регион. По идее, можешь покупать. Поскольку я это никогда не делал, для меня это в новинку. Если там разница не такая прям, ну там, блин, не, разница там большая, конечно. На Аргентине там дешевле, но... Набагато дешевше там. В 3 раза дешевше. Это, конечно. А вот твари, Мейсон спрашивал. Вот эти твари. Никакие там инопланетяне. А оружие какое показали там? Сколько оружия там? Блин, ну, выглядит все очень просто офигенно. Вот эти вот освещения, планеты. Просто такая красота, что просто невероятно. Вот сейчас показывают как раз. Очень красиво все. Очень просто. Мне просто нереально красиво. Все, Олег, спасибо тебе большое. Тебе хорошей игры. И доброй ночи вам всем. Очень классный Starfield. Просто... Ну, смотрите, Skyrim, TS5 Skyrim уже играют лет 10 больше. И сейчас выходит Starfield в сентябре, и, блин, я думаю, это игра на десятилетие тоже. Она бесконечная, там, блин, это галактика. Миллионы планет для исследования, куча квестов, блин. Очень много всего интересного. О, тот Говард интервью дает. Давай послушаем. Кто английский знает?
Smaller scale stuff. I can't imagine that you'd even want to necessarily expand this game geographically moving forward because there's already a ton there. So, like, I know you're not here to just give away your announce your post-release plan, but like conceptually, how are you thinking about it, given that this is like a giant universe rather than just a continent, like in Cyrodiil in an Elder Scrolls game?
Right, it's a great question. I mean, look, we're going to be doing a lot of add-on content for Starfield. We love doing it. Our fans love it. we will have announced sort of the first one that's going to we're going to do a story expansion pack.
Очень классное оружие, красиво.
Our plan is to do things of varying sizes, and we've done a lot of that in our previous games. So it's something that we really like doing, our fans like. And so despite the size of the game, there's still things we want to add as far as features in the future and stories and things like that. So we think this is going to game, hopefully, that's going to continue for a long time that way.
All right, that was the other one I was going to play for you in a little while, but that's all right. We were going to hear it anyway. So that was Todd talking about the post-release content plans. So you saw it on that sort of end card, that end slate of the Direct was like the first story expansion. So they've got plans. I don't know. I can't imagine they're going to add geography to this game, like Shivering Isles with Oblivion or things like that. But
you think they could add more planets? Do something like Far Harbor?
We're going 1,010 planets.
I mean, just like they do really good self-contained storylines. Their expansions tend to be pretty varied, right? I mean, if you look back at Fallout 4, there were the additional items, but then you also had things like the Nuka world.
Yes.
They added whole new mechanics. So I would expect a pretty robust offering from Starfield in terms of expansions.
Yeah, I think, to head off what are probably a lot of comments that I can't see right now, I'll give my sort of overall impression and then let you guys keep firing away questions and we'll go back to more community ones. But I think my Twitter-friendly summary of, at least again, just scratching the surface of the surface in an hour, to me this feels like No Man's Sky with an entire full Bethesda role-playing game built on top of it. I guess another way to phrase it would be No Man's Sky 2, in the sense of if there were to be a full sequel to No Man's Sky, well, what would you want? You'd probably want a full story, quests, characters, and that to me is what's going on in this game. It's got all the exploration of No Man's Sky. It's got the mining laser that you zap at rocks to mine resources and other stuff, but there is the entire, Fallout 4-like, Skyrim-like game built on top of it with a ton of different characters. I did get to play a little bit of the main story. They asked me not to, give away anything. I wouldn't want to do that, but I met some of the people from Constellation, which is that's the group of people you're going to be working with. I won't tell you why necessarily, but it becomes obvious in the first 30 minutes or so of the game. But to me, I think most people would find, Kat, you were giving it a sort of gesture of approval there at the notion that I think it feels like No Man's Sky with a Bethesda RPG built on top of it.
I mean, I love No Man's Sky and I love the concept behind it because it feels so vast and I like spaceships. Come on, but this is a passion project by Todd Howard. The guy's been talking about this since 1997, and it's clear that they're putting a lot of effort into it. I mean, when you think about what do we want out of a video game, so many people want the holodeck game, the everything video game, and it feels like they're really kind of going for that. With Starfield, you said, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people who don't finish the story, who just go live in this universe. That's a big Bethesda trait. I never finished Skyrim.
Really?
I moved into the Imperial capital, bought a house,
nice.
Married my werewolf girlfriend, had a great time. That was my end game.
So I don't know if you can speak to this, but a lot of people in the chat are asking if there's performance mode because you played on the Xbox, and if you can't say it, that's okay. But
yeah, we'll cue Todd up to talk.
Dan Parkhurst will have it ready for us.
Wow, Destin. Wow,
that's just like one of the most burning questions that I do see in chat. So.
Yeah.
Very excited that you got to talk
робот-помощник.
Yeah, he was very gracious with his time, for sure. I think we're a few minutes away. Let me see if we have more community questions.
They were curious if you can interact with like aliens or any sort of alien type species, like there's the Khajiit in the ESO universe.
That's true.
Yeah,
I did. It's funny actually. Now that you make me think about it, I don't think I saw any non-humans. I don't know. That's not to say that there aren't necessarily, but from the, again, mostly beginning of the game part that I saw, I did not see any NPCs that were not human. Now, I mean, you saw in the Direct, one of the reasons that I mentioned No Man's Sky is because we saw those sort of fantastical, like alien dinosaur-looking things and like the kind of creatures, the kind of wildlife that we have seen in No Man's Sky. But yeah, I'm not sure if they have non-human races that'll be sort of a core part of the game or not.
But you can punch the...
Нет, не у меня. Это у них. У них. Что-то подвисло. Не знаю, не знаю. Походу, ну это же не конец трансляции, я не знаю. Что-то... Странно. Все, конец. Финита ля комедия. Что пропали куда-то они. Пропали эти. Кто там стримит? Ну что ж, тогда ж это знак к тому, что пора бы заканчивать нам. Всім спасибо. Дякую. Гарно. Подивіться, хто не дивився повну трансляцію. Мейсон, Ваня. Спасибо. Спасибо. Дякую. Олегіч Геймс. Хто заходив. Якщо Португалія вдруг буде, то подивись, дуже цікаво Starfield. Всім до зустрічі. До зустрічі. Доброї ночі. І до зустрічі, народ.